Hello, everyone. Hi, Kim. Hi, Gina. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Pam. Hi, Willow. Hi, Gigi. How you been, honey? Haven't seen you in a little while. Sure, I'll send you the link. Hi, Jason. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Make you blue, honey. It's your first time in. I'm going to explain a little bit about my channel. Pretty simple. I art. That's my thing. Art, craft. One day I decided to come do this live. Why not? Number one rule is I'm a no drama channel. So if you have issue with somebody or their channel, please don't bring it here because frankly, I do not care. 2, I make you blue so you can subscribe to others if you wish. You don't have to announce it in my chat, and I prefer that you don't. They see their numbers going up or they get notification. Okay, I also have open panel. So if you're ever working on anything, and it doesn't have to necessarily be crafty, you could be cooking, you could be cleaning, you could be working on a small engine. I don't care what you're doing. You want to come up and hang out here, I have open panel. And you send me an email to that email that's floating across the screen there. And that's the way I send my link because I don't put it in the chat. That's pretty simple. Hi, Eve. So, how are the boogity boogie oogity boogities doing, Jason?
Hello, dear.
Hi, Cheryl.
How you doing?
I'm doing. You know,
I hear
I
you.
made it another day. I'm doing all right.
Yep. Ditto. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sable. What you doing? You can get up here. Come on. Come on.
Kitty. Hi, Sable.
She was just over here behind me. But I was trying to get loaded in, and she can't get my attention. Then she jumps down, comes around to the arm of the chair, and starts whacking me in the arm.
Like, excuse me, I was here first.
Yeah, she can be on my lap. You know, I can even be petting her, and if I'm not showing her the attention that she thinks that she should be getting, she jumps down, comes around, and starts smacking me on the arm, over the arm of the chair. It's funny. She's an odd little character. Yes, I love you too.
Now, you know these people down here are going, but we want to see Kitty.
I'm working on it here, but she doesn't even want to let me get to my mouse. She likes being complicated. Well, I can't push the button. Now she's butting my hand, my mouse hand with. Okay, there we go. She's squatting down right here now. Have an ear.
Kim, you had surgery. You're not coming up today.
Are you gonna like say hello or anything? Or are you just gonna hunker down there so I can't work?
Yeah.
Honest, there is a cat right there. Here. She's just like, yeah, I'm over it now, but I ain't gonna move.
The baby. Hi, Sable.
Are you gonna acknowledge me now? Are you? Are you gonna acknowledge me now?
Girl, you're on pain medication. You are not coming up here.
She says, but I didn't have a full surgery. They only did a partial of my root canal. Doesn't mean that they didn't give you any less meds, honey. Just saying. So what does she show you? The back end.
Of course.
Get your butt off camera, girl. Welcome to my life. She says, they didn't give me any meds. She's just taking ibuprofen. Boy, she's really wanting to come up.
Well, she likes to come up, so
I know.
I get it.
I get it,
But
too.
yeah, the whole person who's not used to taking medications on my and being on my live.
Yeah, I know that well. If I have to take the heavy duties, I don't go on panel anywhere, anyways. Because they turn me into a chatterbox.
Well, the chatterbox is one thing. It's just that the lack of inhibition sometimes when people are on medications, or filter of curse words goes away.
That can happen any day with me. I don't need meds.
Well,
I try.
Yeah, you do your best.
Hey, you've been in the back room. You know,
yeah,
the camera goes off, what I really sound like, so.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that is not the real me when I am on a panel, is if they prefer that you don't cuss, I do my best not to. Not perfect.
I mean, like I've said before, we're doing stuff. We'll poke ourselves, we'll burn ourselves, we'll do whatever we're doing in the middle of doing our process. And sometimes things just come out. And I get that.
What do they call that? A Freudian slip or something?
Freudian?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I think that's more just a natural reaction. All right. All right, you made it.
Hi, honey. I was just teasing you, by the way.
I know.
You understand, though, right? Yes.
I do.
Okay.
But I'm not. They didn't give me any medication because they asked me if I already had it at home, which I get through my doctor's office. So yeah, I told them I already have it at home, so they gave me. Let me go. What's that? Oh, come on, phone.
Yeah, they always try to give me stuff too, and I'm like, nope, I'm good.
And it's not a full. It wasn't a full root canal. It's only a partial. They only did a little bit right here in the front on this tooth right here. So.
Yeah, they often have to do that in sections because it's
too much.
You know, the tolerance levels and just kind of knowing when you hit tilt.
So,
Hi, Lena.
so
Hi, Lena.
Hi,
Hi,
Sue.
Bud Files.
hello, Lena. Hi, Sue.
Oh no, my trouble's coming up here. You gonna go lay down? Behave yourself. I hope.
Oh, supervisor.
Yep, the supervisor has arrived.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I have like 3 of those.
I only
That are always...
and then my dog. He just came over here to check on me right now and then took off.
I mean, I have 6 cats total, but 3 of them are very much wanting to be right up in my business.
Romero.
They all do at some point, but those 3, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me move the wire. Come on.
Come here, boy. Want to say hello to everybody? Like you always do? Come on. Not with the sock in the mouth. Come on.
And I am working on something.
Oh, you are? What you doing?
When I was going through, I have 3 large cabinets that I lined up against a wall. And one is needlework. That's the one that used to be office supplies. But now that the office has been moved, I got it back. One is beadwork, and one is sewing supplies. And I was going through my beadwork cabinet, sorting it, reorganizing it, culling it,
Mm-hmm.
and bumbled on a piece of bead point that I had done, I don't know, probably 15, 20 years ago. That's been getting bumbled around here for a while. And I thought, I want to finish that. So I dug it out. And it is a kit, one of the few that I have actually done pattern-wise exactly like I had it, because it was just perfect for me. But it was supposed to be an eyeglass case. I don't use soft eyeglass cases. So I decided to turn it into a pouch. So I'm flipping it on its side and adding a zipper, and and that's what I've been doing. I've got the zipper in, and I'm currently stitching the outside back fabric in place. And then I can put the lining in, which I've already got stitched together and ready to be attached. It's all, the edges are pressed and everything. It's just getting this last little bit, about 2.5 inches of stitching done here.
Cool. Hi, Romero.
He's over there in the corner now. He went off.
As soon as I get this couple of inches of stitching done, then I can.
Lena, did you finally get your package?
One of those, huh?
It's like they're holding it forever at hostage at the post office.
That doesn't happen very often for me. What usually happens is
still waiting.
Will,
what in the world?
It'll take the scenic route as go halfway around the country, because it got on the wrong truck, kind of thing. And you just hope that it finds its way back,
Feel bad for you, Lena.
But no, I've just got a couple of inches of stitching here, and then I can turn it right side out and show you at least what that part's going to look like, and before I put the lining in. I am stitching, this is all hand stitched. I'm not using a machine because the machine would crush glass beads.
Yep.
And when I say bead point, this is a eyeglass case size panel of complete bead point. You don't want to run that through the sewing machine.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever had a package get held up like that. I mean, it's crazy.
It happens.
Says it's
I had a
there.
package
Says
that
it's
was
in her
going-
post office, sitting there going, "Hello, deliver me."
Yeah. That's when you call the local post office, because if it's a small package,
Mm-hmm.
it could have ended up slipping out of the bin and just getting behind it or under it, and they don't even see it.
It's small.
Yep, that's probably what happened then. 90% of the time, if it is stuck in tracking at the post office, it slipped behind or under something, and then they go on the hunt. Every post office has nooks and crannies that they check regularly, but sometimes, not as regular as they should. Sable, we are not doing this again. She's back at the arm of the chair because I'm stitching and not petting her.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
But Ma,
No. You could come up here and lay down, but I am working right now. I have petted you and I have loved on you over and over and over. I'm working right now. Deal with it. Yeah. Yeah, I just got the stink eye. She's like, "Don't push me, Mom, or I'll go do something nasty on your pillow," or,
Kaz?
She has the look. Hello, Kaz.
Look, guys.
What's with the, you change your name?
Yeah, usually when you call the post office to, try to find out things, it's the 1-800 number that leaves you, at least an hour on hold.
Again? Didn't that happen to you before?
Oh, wow.
Your channel did? Jeez, that ain't no good.
Nope, that's not.
Yeah. You need to get a little more creative with your passwords, dude. Gal, whatever.
Lady.
Okay.
I know it's hard with initials. It
Yeah,
doesn't
especially
give
when
you
you're
a clue.
Not even sure that there's initials in it.
Right.
Let me go check on my phone.
3 times now. Wow.
Come here, baby.
That almost sounds like somebody she knows.
Yeah.
Come here. Oh, you made my cross fall. Come on. Up.
Yeah. 3 times in a row. That sounds like an inside job to me.
Say hello, everybody.
Aw.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just my stand. And
Gotta love it when the guard dogs get scared. What? Was that a feather?
Yep.
Squirrel.
Go. Go, baby. Go play with your toys. This is my metal stand that holds my phone. I just scared them. Oh, yeah, you did my-
But I'm trying to play with the toys, Ma.
He is. He's up on top of his cage playing with it.
No, your toys.
No, he doesn't play with this. Puzzle. Now I'm playing with this. That's my. Oh, I only have.
Okay. I guess gotta doubly check. Just because. So where'd we meet? Kaz?
Really?
Awesome. Okay, just doubly checking.
Well, with you on this side. Want me to?
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you, this is crazy YouTube world. But yeah, seriously, Kaz, it's 3 times. That sounds like,
That's professional. Too.
or somebody that has an issue.
Yep. Or that. Make someone mad at you?
Nah, Kaz is a sweetie.
I know.
She didn't do anything like that.
Walkie. Oh.
Yeah, but if she has any people in her life that feel as if YouTube is taking up their time that they should be having with you, they could be sabotaging your YouTube in an attempt to shut it down so that you spend more time with them, or something to that effect. So you might ponder that, and anybody that would have access to, or be a good guesser at what your passwords might be, might want to have a talk.
My dog is being goofy.
Yeah, but honestly, honey, I was doing something else at the same time. And I didn't recognize the name change in there until you came in here.
It happens.
I changed my Angels in Heaven, yeah, but I put my first name at the end.
Yeah. Why did you put the comma in there?
Me?
Wasn't there a comma?
No. There's no comma.
Yeah, angels, comma, in heaven, comma, Kim.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fix it then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I did that. I'll have to fix it later.
I noticed that the other day. I'm like, what in the world is with this comma?
It's not supposed to be.
Well, because, yeah, I know you're talking about angels in general, not a person named Angel.
No. This room I am in be doing. And
Never fails.
I know.
You get 1/4 of an inch from finishing a stitching line. And
I knew what was coming as soon as you started saying it. I'm like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. Cool.
And of course, I don't even need. Hi, Jeffrey.
Did you get some good footage?
I don't even need, this thread color again. Because, oh, come on, seriously?
I am going to try and do it today, Stacey, again.
You what?
I'm going to try and do a live today,
Oh, okay.
later. I'm going to still say no drama in this window.
Yep.
To get it something.
Yep. Every time. Especially in the beginning. Make sure that's very clear every time you do a live. Welcome and no drama.
Yep. I did my first live, what, 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Willow,
What, honey?
I did my first.
Oh, that'd be cool, Jeffrey.
I didn't hear you, Kim.
I said I did my first live 2 days ago. On
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've been on plenty of lives, but I don't do them myself. I don't do content. Not my cuppa. What am I doing here?
pretty good. I don't know. Barbara said I did pretty good until she lost connection. And
Oh, I'm
then-
sure
There kind of really is no right or wrong in a sense.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
not really.
Still.
It's your channel, so do it your way. And
Yep.
don't let anybody else tell you different.
Yep. The only advice I gave her is to be sure she states the no drama up front and gets that very clear. Now she's starting
Yeah.
to go live.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, if you don't want it, then you've definitely got to put it out there on the regular.
I don't want it. I don't.
One morning and you have been warned, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are too many people. That's what they do. They just want to go around and create drama.
Yep.
And
Yeah, no.
zero tolerance.
I'm negative zero tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no.
After word of mouth.
I got too
with a
much
few
junk going
examples.
on in my life to worry about what's what
the junk going on in others.
nonsense is going on in others. There's a difference between having a conversation about a loss or a health issue or something like that. But
yeah, it's one thing
the
to be compassionate. It's another
nonsense.
thing just to have people coming in just to try to raise Cain for
Yeah.
no reason whatsoever.
Yep.
Or things that are absolutely unrelated to your channel. And they just happen to see somebody in your chat and just think that they can just go off on them in your chat and you'll be perfectly fine with it. And that's the no drama rule, that you set that boundary to where they know that, yeah, just don't even go there or they'll never be back. Because they know better.
Yep.
For whatever reason, they think they're
Hi, Kristen.
exempt.
Oh, did you?
Hey, Kristen. You always feel so accomplished when you get one of them done. That last gem goes down and you're just like, sigh of relief. But then you're jonesing to start the next one right away. But I don't know, just something about them. One of those weird things.
Well, I think it's partially because it's not overly complicated in a sense, so and it's
Hmm.
pleasurable, so it's nice to just keep on doing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's nice to finish them too, just to be able to move on to another view. You spend a good bit of time, staring at the same one.
No.
How's your cat, Stacey, from yesterday?
What happened?
How's your cat doing from yesterday?
What do you mean?
She looked like she was all doped out or whatever.
So yeah, Cheryl. Apparently, my role of raw. Why the name is escaping me right now. Twine.
Tape,
No.
twine, cord,
Uh,
ribbon, yarn.
the natural stuff. Oh,
Jute.
that's it. Thank you. Oh gosh, has the same effect as catnip on my cat.
Yeah, it can. Um, but it's also got
She
the.
came up here wanting to rub all over everything when I was working with that. Then she passed out on top of stuff. It's like, wow.
Yeah, that's why I asked her how her cat was doing.
She was
It's
having a
fine.
back of the VW bus kind of romance with that roll of jute, huh?
Oh, she wasn't even on the actual jute. She was just near me. And
Uh-huh.
she was just going nuts. Like rubbing on it. I'm like, really? I hadn't a clue.
Who knows? Maybe jute comes from the stalk of catnip plants. I don't know.
Maybe
I'm not
this
even.
one did. Who knows? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not even sure. Or most
But
of the
that was
stuff is
really like,
import
what in
nowadays.
the heck?
Yeah. Well, most of the stuff is import nowadays, so you don't really know. And jute's kind of a, it doesn't say what the plant is, or
Right.
kind of an anonymous. I'm doing awesome, Jeffrey.
No, Stacey's cat got doped yesterday.
Yep. Cat had a little bit of an wacky
That's
attack.
right, Cass. Yep. Got a hold of the kitty wacky tobacco, apparently.
Apparently so.
Got to admit, that is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you're not expect. It's one thing when you give them catnip. Okay, you expect them acting a certain way. But just all of a sudden, she came up here and just started. I'm like, what in the world are you doing?
Yeah. That's when you look at your cat, and your cat's just sprawled out doing a super goofy, and you're just like, yeah, I want some of whatever you had.
My Dan does not want to work today. I don't know why. Stay.
Okay, Zipper, come on, cooperate.
Reach out to. Oh, did you mistype something there, Jeffrey?
You guys see me looking up? It's got my picture of this puzzle I'm working on over there on the wall behind my phone. So I'm looking up at it to see.
Okay, so this is the only one. I got it. Cass. So you're not going to do anything to this name. This is the one I'm going to be familiar with. I don't know that. Well,
Hold on, I'll have to.
it's 80 degrees.
I haven't looked today.
Supposed to be sunny all day.
I don't know what the temperature is today.
Oh, yes.
Let me check my app. I have, aside of from the sun being out, and I know that much, that's as far as I've gotten.
You got another day living? That's another way of finding out too.
It's currently 54 degrees.
Folks, yeah, okay.
54 degrees with a high of 76, mostly sunny, becoming windy this afternoon.
Oh, we're getting the full weather forecast.
No, just the basics.
No, that's, you sound like the weather forecast.
Anytime I read something like this, I sound like, a news person or something. Just my tonal use, I guess.
Okay, folks, and you, those who do impart in prayer, send out a little prayer for Jeffrey's sister. She fractured her foot and she's going to be needing surgery on it. It's bad enough.
Ow.
Ow.
Definitely prayers.
Definitely prayers out for you, Jeffrey. I will be doing them tonight for sure. And right. So we know.
All right, Gigi, thanks for stopping in, honey.
How's your godmother? He's not having a good year this year. First it's his godmother, and now it's his sister.
Oh, I really don't want to go on that subject. He's had a rough year.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's more than that.
That's what I meant, Stacey.
Yeah.
This August is gonna be rough for me. The prayers are out for you, Jeffrey. We're there for you. But at least he's someone to look up to talk to, and everything. Stacey.
Yeah.
And I'm glad of it too.
Come on, zipper. All the way to the stop. There we go. I spent all this time trying to get the freaking zipper open on this thing so that I can turn it inside out, or right side out.
Are we having problems?
Nah.
It's a complicated construction because I'm working with like quilter's cotton on one side and canvas stitching canvas on the other.
Oh, okay.
So it's stiff and awkward, and one side is lightweight quilter's cotton, and the other side is canvas that is covered in beads.
Wow.
So now I get to invert it. That's that'll be fun.
Oh man, where are you? I know you're right here.
Supervisor again?
No. I'm looking for something. I know I have it. It's here.
She's looking for something. She put it where she could find it and forgot where she put it or something.
Nope, I'm not. That's it.
We all got stuff like that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have said that.
This is the truth.
So, go to the said it. Who said
Oh,
it?
darn it.
All right, come on, Ben.
You guys, be right back. I'm gonna go take a load of laundry over to my neighbor's house so I can dry it. I remind you.
Okay, dear.
What's up? What's up, baby boy?
It's here. Where are you?
Bro, you're gonna get another one of those aspirin. You're gonna get one of yours. Stop.
Man, oh man. All right.
Okay, I finally got it turned. Can you make me bigger, please?
Yeah. Hey, Sharon.
That way they can see the detail.
I will try.
Yeah,
Hopefully this works.
I know it gets moody. Oh, wow, it worked.
Well, we'll see what happens when I put you back down this. If I could get you back down to small and if my voice is still here.
Yeah. There's the back. I did little hedgehogs. There's the front. So I'll beat it.
Beautiful.
Let's see, it was supposed to be an eyeglass case, but I thought it would work on the side too. So.
Oh yeah.
And
beautiful.
I didn't need an eyeglass case. That's what I'm working on. Now I just gotta put the lining in. It's all stitched up and pressed and ready to go.
Yeah, she does incredible work, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, the bead point on this I did, like I said, like 15, 20 years ago. Been getting knocked around for a while. Hey, Shaz. But yeah, I spent a bit of time digging through my zipper stash trying to find a zipper that would work. I went with the turquoise one because that color family is in the color palette. I didn't want to do a boring tan or beige.
Hey, Jamie.
Hello, blistering barnacle magnets.
Yep, that's Jamie.
I will try, but I probably won't remember.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I like to let them know, because there are people that, well, you're not remembering my name, and get highly offended.
No, none of my people, nobody in here is like that.
I don't know. It's just a courtesy. I just pointed out that I have a rotten memory when it comes to names. What, Sable? You can come up.
That's why I put my name on my. My name is my main part of my channel name,
I never thought that I would be actually socializing with people, because when I opened this account to chat on lives, I just found lives, and generally you want a discreet name for privacy reasons. So I went with my shaman name because nobody knows it, and now everybody knows it, but some know my real name, not everybody. My birth name. I mean, they're both my real name, but.
I'm right here.
Prior to using this name on YouTube, I had only used it for ritual work and stuff like that, my spiritual path. So nobody outside the house knew that name. So is anybody else creating right now? Or working on something? I don't know. Invoices, sorting coins, scrubbing your toilet, whatever. What, sweet girl. Hand stitching this, especially going through the canvas because it's stiff and makes fingers grumpy, has been additional rehab to that finger that I had problems with after an ablation. When they do a spine ablation, prior to it, they do a couple of test runs to help them find where they're going to be at with it, settings and what have you. And Doc accidentally, zapped the holy living out of me. And it traveled down through my pointer finger on my primary hand, which I'm a lefty. And a couple weeks later, a pretty nasty abscess developed in the end of the finger, which damaged nerves and things like that. So I've been rehabbing the hand, and it's still a little weak, but I don't know that I'm going to get the full strength back on it. But it's doing really well.
Hi, Jamie.
But basically, what I'm doing right now is redeveloping callus, because all my callus stripped away.
Awesome, Lena.
Hello,
yeah, healing burns are the hardest goddamn thing.
Well, this is gamma ray burn, no less. It'd be the equivalent of me sticking the end of my finger in the microwave and turning it on.
All right, Kaz. You have a good day, sis. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just having to rebuild callus on it. It's been sensitive, so it hasn't gotten the workout, but now it's less sensitive. And so I have been giving it a workout, and needlework and that kind of stuff is something that I do a lot of and depend on callus. So just been giving it a workout. But the discoloration on my nail, basically blood flow pink, that you get, is improving, because it was kind of gray-green there for a while. Just the tone of, the skin under the nail bed. But it's more equalized now. The very tip of my finger is still red, but that's where the callus needs to be developed. So just one of those weird medical things that happens. Yeah. Zaps me in the back and it comes out my finger. Kind of wild. All I can say, it's a good thing I'm very adept at wound care.
Yeah, because like I said, the burn wounds are the worst.
Yeah, well, the abscess, I had to lance it too, because, the callus is so thick on the ends of your fingers that nothing's going to get through. And so, yeah. It is what it is. I find it fascinating. Just the strange things that happen to the human body. I mean, who knew, that gamma rays would blast out the end of your nose picker, Really?
Yep.
I was just grateful I didn't lose the nail or something like that, because it was bad enough that could have happened. But nope, it just kept growing. It developed an arch. The nail did. And that was because of the pressure underneath where that thing couldn't break. My nails grow really fast, so the couple of weeks that was developing in there, and it was just sore, and yeah, it developed a bump. There's an arch in that nail now that I didn't have before, that I think will pass, as it continues to grow out. But it could be 6 months of growth or better before it, levels out. And it may not. It's not super significant. I can just feel it,
Yeah.
Shaz says, I'm going through a health scare myself. What they told me was an abscess under my jaw 6 years ago just flared up, but is way worse, and they found a lesion in my saliva gland. So I'm waiting on results.
Yeah, that could be a lot of things.
Yeah, it's probably just scar tissue though.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had an abscess that long ago, it's kind of like your city water pipes. When the pressure's not enough, it ebbs and flows back and forth when you live in tidal regions of the country. But it can happen anywhere,
right, Kristen.
but it's more significant then. And
have fun cleaning.
So that stuff has probably been back and forth all that time. And yeah, you could have just simply developed a lesion, or not a lesion, an adhesion, which is scar tissue. Mm-hmm. We'll hope that that's what it is. Hey, Huawei.
Uh-oh.
Huawei.
Uh-oh.
What? Whoa. Huawei's in the house.
Yep.
Well, now I gotta.
She teases me a lot. She says, "Where's my bagel?"
No, she always asks for your help to go get them.
Yeah. And she also asked me to help her clean a big mess that she did.
What save?
Well, wait, I can't do that.
Mm.
And Stacey knows why. You weren't here yesterday.
Don't you try to steal my spool. Get your butt off the table. Thank you.
What can I help with now, Huawei?
Cat help. She's fascinated with thread spools and likes to try to steal them. She just knocks them on the floor and doesn't go any further with them, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, I can bop that.
Mm-hmm. It's light enough for her to bop. She's gonna bop.
Yep.
What do you need my help with now, Huawei, huh? Huh?
Jeez, it's 4 after 10. You would think the notifications would quit coming.
No, they're so delayed. It's incredible.
And Shaz says, the saliva gland doesn't work, struggling to swallow, my tongue doesn't work, and I have a lump at the end of the saliva duct where it enters my mouth too.
Ouch.
I can tell you from personal experience that trauma to any of the maxillary functions, your saliva glands, your tear ducts,
No.
all of that, any trauma to that, which an abscess is a trauma, and a chronic hidden abscess is a long-term trauma, that your saliva glands, your tear ducts can quit functioning. I still think that at both ends that it is probably adhesions, aka scar tissue, that has probably developed because of the toxin of the poison from the abscess has been banging around in there, unbeknownst to you, for at least 6 years. I have some issues there as well. I've had 13 dental surgeries. All of my bigger teeth they're normally supposed to have like 4 roots. Mine have like 5, 6, and even one had 7 roots. Many of them been wrapped around my jaw, upper and lower. So getting them out was very traumatic to those things. I have chronic dry mouth. My tear ducts don't work. So I have to take pilocarpine, which is a prescription medication used for glandular issues where they don't produce moisture like they're supposed to, aka tear ducts, saliva glands. I have tubes in my tear ducts, and all the little sinus pockets up under your eyes and in your nose and, in the back behind your nose and all of that. I've had surgery on those. I had a maxillary ablation. Basically, they go into each one of those through your nose. And put a little balloon in each one of them and blow it up, blasting each of them open. They also trimmed my cartilage on my nose because I had a shift, probably from birth, but they noticed it while they were in there, knew that it could be a problem because I have very small pathways for air and all of that. So they went ahead and trimmed the cartilage. So I've had significant trauma to my entire maxillofacial zone. Both glands in my ears, which is your drain glands. You have 2 in each ear. So all 4 of mine have sealed shut. They don't drain. So I have to take extra steps to ensure that my ears stay cleaned out. I have to take extra steps to ensure that they drain if I get water in my ears, wash my hair, whatever. I have drops that I have to use in my eyes. I have pills that I have to take so that I can develop spit. From birth, my entire glandular system has been a cluster muck. And those are attempts at trying to help those things that have shut down or just gotten worse over the years. So yeah, anything glandular in my body is they malfunction, every bit of it, in every aspect of my body that you have gland. So, add to that a skin condition that attacks the sweat glands and causes copious amounts of staph in the body, of which I have 2 forms. Got another one somewhere along the way. And it decided to join the crew. Those things will attack other things in the body and is a huge contributor as to why I am bone on bone on over 90% of my body. I have no cartilage. I still have discs in my spine, but many of them have started leaking, or I have one significant one that is protruding into my spinal cord and causing mobility issues. So yeah, it is what it is.
Other than that, you're perfect.
No, other than that, I've got another whole laundry list of medical stuff that I haven't even went there on. And
Other than that, you're perfect.
Yeah, perfectly a cluster mug. But yeah, I'm just saying, Shaz. I would lay bets that what they are biopsying and checking is adhesions. And an infection that's chronic, even unbeknownst to you, for at least 6 years, is going to cause scar tissue. And where it's a glandular system, there's going to be scar tissue in the glands. And yeah, a piece could pop out like a hemorrhoid. It happens. I've had some of them removed. So
that's what this is called, Wobwe? Behaving?
Well, you need to see what he said about her. You need to see what she said about you, that you made a mess or something like that.
You lost me.
I don't see anything about it.
It's there. Huawei said something.
Oh, Willow made the big mess.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, you messing with the wrong girl now.
Yep.
What big mess did I make, Huawei?
The mess in the kitchen. You're not around as much.
Yeah, you're not around as much.
She tends to go raid the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she makes a big mess, and she tries to either blame everybody else or try to get Kim to help her clean it up. Or
now she's asking you. Now she's asking you.
Yeah, have fun with that, honey. You know those neat little nooks and crannies in kitchens? Yeah, I'm the toothbrush lady. I go in and I scrub them. So yeah, I wouldn't go there. I just really wouldn't go there.
You're barking up the wrong Willow or Huawei.
You have been warned. Just saying. Yeah.
I do the same. Willow. I do the same as Willow's nook and cranny.
Porkies. What the heck are you talking about, Huawei?
Yeah, cream corn don't come out mine, honey. Just saying. Yeah, it's documented. Because I've had to have that lanced too. Yeah. Have a scalpel jabbed 2 inches into your milk.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want to hear that.
All I can say is the lidocaine didn't work. And yeah, the doctor's lucky to still be walking and not walking very funny. That was an interesting day.
Yeah, that's like, no, thank you.
Huawei says, Miss Stacey telling big fibs.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Who's trying to dump kitchen mess on somebody that hasn't even been around? Yeah, you make the mess, you clean it up.
That's what I said.
I even have that sign in my kitchen. I have one in my bathroom too. If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the CD.
Oh, I haven't heard that one before.
Oh, that was a classic one on bathroom decor back in the 60s and 70s. And yeah, the one that I have is a ceramic toilet seat. It's chalk art.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember those.
And it's yeah, that's what they often said.
Maybe because I grew up in a house more with males in it, I had more of the
yeah, you had to put the seat down. Yeah.
seat down one, yeah.
Hey,
In my household growing up.
Before you talk.
My ex was trained.
Speak.
He put the freaking seat down. He got to the point so that he wouldn't forget. He would sit just to take a tinkle. Because, yeah, he wouldn't wipe the CD after he sprinkled. And he'd get reamed for it. And that's how he reached between his legs to flick a cigarette one time and burnt something that he probably never forgotten.
See, the great thing about YouTube is I have this magic kitchen. That all I gotta do is press my kitchen button over here, like I have one, and the kitchen is clean.
Yeah, Huawei. This is all your mess, not anyone else's.
Yeah, people don't leave messes in my kitchen. Because if they do, that's the last time they get to use the kitchen. That's the last time they get anything out of the kitchen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Even if they live here. Yeah, off limits. And if I ain't cooking, then too bad. Go out and eat. Yeah, I'm kind of zero tolerance on messy adult activity in my kitchen. If you're a grown-up, even if you're, a kid over the age of about 6, yeah, you clean up your messes.
Yep.
Nope.
That's why I'm glad with the dog only. Because he doesn't make a mess that much.
Willow the launcher. Willow the launcher.
Kind of like Bouncer, I guess.
Oh. Well, I actually used to be a bouncer, so that fits. I was a waitress and bouncer at a truck stop that was just up the road from a country bar.
Oh,
and they would let out. I worked the night shift, and they would let out at 2:30, and I'll come bumbling in there with their cowboy hats and their cowboy boots and their great big cowboy belts, and I would pick them up by the straps on their boots and the straps on their belt, and chunk them out in the door when they misbehaved. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The short, fat chick knew how to chunk cowboys. Mm-hmm.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, they got a kick out of it.
Hey, Pizza! How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, Pizza. Yeah, the boss would always come in, try to steal our tips. Yeah, it didn't take him long to figure out, don't do that. Mm-hmm. But I would, be having a problem with a boisterous patron of the restaurant. And, I'd play their game for a little bit, and then I'd look at the boss, and the boss would look at me and look at them and be like, yeah. Go ahead.
Done.
Nod his head.
Yep, done.
Oh, can you stand up? It looks like you made a mess in your lap, or or some random stupid something, and they'd stand up, and yeah. Next thing you'd hear is the door hit the door stop, and you know, a grunt, screech, squeal, whatever that sound is the cowboys make when they're drunk and get chunked out a door. And if they wanted to complain, like, call the police. You know, I'm sure somebody's, you know, gonna give them a replay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was in the 90s, and the guy had cameras in
He
his
said
place.
Huawei's not being behaved.
It was a fun job, but it didn't pay enough.
Huawei's not being paid pizza. Trying to get somebody to clean up her mess.
You find out that when you're a waitress / bouncer, you tend to piss people off, and you don't get a lot of tips. And back in them days, you know, you made like what, 3 1/4. So
well, luckily,
if you were getting tips, you were getting like 2 1/4 plus tips. Yeah, it didn't make much. People didn't like me because I chunked their boyfriends out the door. Or I'd chunk them out the door too if they acted up. I didn't care. It didn't matter. The balls could be up high, they could be down low, it didn't matter. Pissed me off and you were out the door.
Yep.
It was fun. Best bowling game ever. The bowling ball just usually happened to be a goat roper. But hey. Anyways, yeah. Launcher, bouncer, whatever. It fits. Couldn't do it now. I mean, I couldn't chunk a cat at this point, but hey. Got memories. Chunked my brother-in-law
Well,
at the front door too.
it's just like with my car service I had. I always used to, you know, okay, chivalry, okay, I get it, whatever. But to me, it was more like, because in that business, there's not a lot of females, and they look at you like you're too weak to lift a large bag of luggage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd get the guy with oh, sweetheart, if you need help with that, you know, let me know and I'll help you. I said, okay, I'll let you know. And then I proceed to take the huge bag of luggage, lift it up over my head,
Mm-hmm.
and then place it inside the trunk. I think I got it.
I always loved stuff like that had a handle. Because you could pick it up and swing it, plop it on your shoulder, and just keep on walking.
Yep.
And they would just, their eyes would bug out. The best one for me was when I was doing a demolition, on an old dentist's office. The owner of the building was expanding the bookstore, and I was the manager of the bookstore. And she wanted to expand over next door since, unfortunately, the dentist died in a plane crash, and then it just was vacant for several years. But anyways, I was doing demolition, taking out all these rooms and, you know, all this stuff. So reciprocating saw, you know, whacking off nails and all that stuff to take apart 2x4s.
Mm-hmm.
After I'd removed all the paneling and all that, because yeah, it was paneling, it wasn't sheet rock, because this was a long time ago, back when paneling was still in. I was up on a ladder, cutting, separating, you know, boards to take them down. I had long nails, talon nails, natural nails. I've never done the fake. Well, I take that back. I tried 1 or 2 when I broke a nail. I just didn't like them, so I didn't go any further. But yeah, big, long, painted nails on a short, fat chick on a ladder. Running a reciprocating saw. Here comes this old dude in the store. Well, not old dude, but older dude. Probably 60s, maybe. He's just... I didn't even hear him come in because I had the saw running, so I didn't hear the doorbell go off. And I stopped the machine, and went to swing it to my right because I had it on a doohickey where it could hang off of my tool belt. And out of the corner of my eye, here's this dude. He's just standing there, about 3 foot behind me, looking up, jaw open, looking like a total doofus. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what does it look like I'm doing? It looks like you're tearing a wall out. I'm like, you think? But you're up on a ladder and, you know, like what? Short, fat chicks with long nails can't run a saw? You know? No, I was never special forces. But, I don't know. He's like, do you need help? And I'm like, do I look like I need help? Well, no. And I'm like, well, there's your answer. He didn't know what to do. You know, he was old school. So he was almost compelled to be chivalrous, but he had no idea what to do with a chick with a reciprocating saw in her hand. You know, I might as well had a, you know.
Oh, I have a ton of stories too. I just don't share them all. I have stories.
Everybody's got them.
Yeah.
I just think they're funny. There's
Yeah,
just moments. There's moments in life that, you know,
Look
just
back.
gives people a good laugh. I mean, the visual, short, fat chick up on a ladder, which, mind you, I'm terrified of heights, running a reciprocating saw, and, you know, Mr. Chivalrous just wafts into the bookstore to go grab some Westerns. He read Westerns. You know, he was just old school country dude. You know, his goat roping days were over kind of deal. You know, and you can see in his eyes that he's, you know, just mind boggled at how to like handle the situation. I'm like, you know, there ain't one, you know, I'm just doing my thing here. And, you know, I came down off the ladder and visited with him briefly, and then he went on to find his books and stuff and came back up and he said, I've just never seen that. And I'm like, what? A chick with a reciprocating saw that knows how to use it? Well, yeah. And I'm like, have you lived under a rock? You know?
Yeah. Well, it's just like, you know, I took construction too. Building buildings and dirt up.
Yeah.
I was a superintendent's daughter, so in the city of a 60-unit building, and so you learn how to do electrical and plumbing and all kinds of repairs and
Yeah.
things like that too.
Everything I learned was out of necessity. Just life necessity. Something at home needed fixed and we couldn't afford to get it done, and it had to be done. So I just got a book or watched, I don't know if any of you remember a show called Home Time.
I do.
That was on back in the 80s.
Yep.
On like HGTV, before HGTV went everything tiny houses and buying real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they actually showed how to do things.
Construction, yeah.
Yeah. I learned how to put a kitchen in watching, I don't know, it was probably an 8 or a 10 segment series on how to do that, and went, and Dad bought the cabinets out of a house that was going to be demolished. Beautiful oak cabinets. They just needed a little work. You know, they needed like refinished and what have you, and a little modification. So I had to build a couple of sections, you know, so that it would fit our space. It was close. Mm-hmm. There was like, I don't know, I think it was like 21 inches difference on the upper cabinets, kind of thing. And then I did something I cut an end off of one end and transplanted it on another end because the L was reversed. You know, that kind of thing. And installed them using the techniques that I'd learned on the shows. Basic plumbing and wiring, I learned out of a book. And did both. Putting in a bathroom at the bookstore I worked at, because the bathroom was down in the basement. A creepy basement from a building that was built, you know, over a century ago. Pretty creepy crapper down there. It was under the stairs kind of thing, you know. I said, no, we can run the plumbing straight up from where it is, put a bathroom right up here. There was the space. It just needed one wall and a door and some lighting, you know. And she was like, you know, I really like that idea. Let's do it. Do you know how to do it? I'm like, yeah, unless I run onto something complicated with like electrical or something, because really old building. I should be good. So there'd be minimal having to subcontract anything. I can put the wall in. I can do all the basic electrical. We'll just have to wait and see open in the junction box whether it's a rat's nest. It was. She didn't like it that she had to hire somebody, but, you know, I refused to do it. And if she wanted light, you know, didn't have to go there. So she did. Took the guy 8 hours. And he said, because he was a professional, but he was moonlighting the job. He said, the electrical that you did do is textbook perfect. And I'm like, good thing, because that's where I learned it from, was a book. But it met code and everything. The height of the switches, everything was perfect. You know, everything was perfect till it got to that junction box and you hooked it all up. It was a rat's nest because it was a over 100-year-old building. There had been so many different things done that it was a literal rat's nest in that thing. You could barely get the cap on. When you opened it up, it was like jumping out at you.
Like, help me!
Yeah, I wasn't touching that. I didn't have that skill. And I wasn't getting zapped from nobody. Been there, done that enough. No, thank you.
Well, not all too. I'm sure not all the wires were 100% up to code in there anyway, and the connections and the fusing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it needed a professional, plain and simple. And when I reached that point and seen it, I knew, and I backed off, and I refused to do that part. You know, out of everything being done, that's all she has to pay for is that. I did the work just on my regular pay. Otherwise, really, you know, she had no place to complain. But yeah, she was one of those that thought she should anyways. Didn't work, but you know, she tried. But got her done.
Bobby, guess what I?
Okay, well, or Stacey, is that you that did the bagels?
Yeah.
Are those bagels or are those donuts?
Bagel.
Okay, yeah.
No, because she knows I like bagels too.
I'm not a bagel person.
I am.
No.
A bagel.
It's a running joke.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
We always
It's a running one, all right, because, yeah, I eat a bagel, and it's still like a rock in my gut a day later. No, thank you. I like bread, pastries, but, yeah, not the ones that stay with you forever.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going to be late on my replies.
you swear the thing is, like, petrifying in your
I
gut.
don't have my headphone with my mic on me, so you don't hear me chewing up. I only have the earpiece with the live, so.
Oh, okay. AK, she's stuffing her face and don't want you to hear her. Just saying.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever, Huawei.
Yes, I know Huawei. I have a very calming voice. But yet, yeah, some of my words kind of freak people out. But, you know, it is what it is. You do what you got to do in life.
Yep.
And if I got to be a big B, then that's what I have to do. You know, then I go there. I hate going there. That's not me. But I will if I have to. That's the caregiver in me, an advocate, the timid child that I was when I was young. Yeah, I had to grow out of that pretty fast. So I grew up at the age of 11 when my dad had his first heart attack. So yeah, my mom was legally deaf. The doctors were foreign. She could
There
not
better
read
be
their lips.
no bagels on that ceiling.
Huh?
Stacey, it's not me. It's Huawei.
Remember where they fell last time, Huawei?
Are you spitballing bagels, girl? Seriously?
But Stacey knows I don't have bagels, so she can't get after me about it. I don't have no bagels. So later today, I'm going to get some.
I can tell you right now, they work better with a slingshot than they do with a straw. Just saying. Wet them down, roll
Yeah,
them
I've
up.
made ice cream tub holders. Yeah,
Wet them down, roll them
right
up, let them
second.
dry.
Yeah.
They can break glass. Freaking bagel
Go look at my
balls.
videos I got there. You'll find them.
They work way better than wadding bread, I'll tell you that. Just saying.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
there's my childhood.
this is
Slingshot and bagel balls.
Yep. This is our tease with everybody.
Yeah, somebody'd offer me a bagel. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, bagel balls. I'd wet it down and start wadding it up. Slingshot. And people wonder why I didn't play with dolls when I was a kid. Really?
Willow.
That was so much funner.
Willow.
What?
The puzzle I'm doing right here.
I see dogs.
Yep, it's all done.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Okay, cool.
It's a puzzle I'm doing. This is the one I'm working on right here.
Oh, cool.
I also glue and put them up on my wall in my bedroom. My bedroom's gonna be puzzle wall.
Ah.
So
I have a bunch of like cat puzzles.
I have a couple. They're over there. My neighbor next across the street likes cat puzzles.
I have like 20 of them in my library.
I
I collect them.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my friend could outbeat you probably because she has a whole bunch in her house, her apartment, and her apartment is a 1-bedroom, like a studio side.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, she has more in her storage unit.
Mm.
So she could tell anyone about that kind of stuff.
Huawei says it's supposed to keep you out of trouble.
Keep me out of trouble or what? Well, wait.
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking. No, it just keeps me calm.
The puzzle, I think.
No,
They come in handy too.
And she said it's supposed to keep you out of trouble.
No, keep me calm because I have anxiety. So I just do puzzles to keep me.
I always have some type of, paper, book, word puzzle thing on my table. And then I have like solitaire on my computer.
Well, I got one of these boards that are right here that I spent $79 on getting one. So I can do it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like this big. It's like this big, this wide.
Yeah.
It'll hold to a 2,000 piece puzzle.
It's the kind that if you put it together and put it on your wall, it's more like a sofa picture.
Yeah.
You know, that would go on the back of a sofa. Yeah.
But I have it going back on my wall in my bedroom behind my bed.
Well, that's cool.
But right now my bed's this way on one wall because I'm working on one wall towards my closet to put all the puzzles there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I've got several diamond dots that I need to seal.
Well, I got
So I can
my
hang them
first.
up. Seal them, build a frame for them.
I had done my first. Stacey seen it. I did one diamond art. Willow. See?
Cool. Yeah, I remember you working on that.
Yep, it's finished. It is finished.
The whole frame thing. Yeah, I ain't paying prices for frames. I'll build one out of wood.
Well, that one I have.
Yeah. Yeah, for the smaller ones. But like that Harry Potter one I did that's a 70 by 40. It's huge. Yeah, it's the castle. When the kids go across the moat the first time to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's huge. Finding a frame for that, it's an abnormal size.
Yeah.
Chances are that ain't gonna happen. But I can take wood and cut it and route it and
My dog loves right now with that puzzle.
cut a groove in it and put a piece of glass and I can make a picture frame. So
my daughter would love you with that because she loves Harry Potter. She has
yeah, I don't know if it's still out there or not. It's one of those copyrighted images that they've produced one, a bootleg. Yeah, you grab it while you can.
Yep.
Because as soon as, the company that holds the copyrights sees it, then poof, it's going to get pulled because it wasn't authorized. There's a lot of those in the diamond art world. The ones coming over from over yonder.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the import ones.
Yep.
There's a lot of copyright stuff coming out right now. I've also got, I don't know if any of you know the artist Charles Wasaki. He does cat images and then he also does like folk art ones. But I've got Frederick the Literate that I just finished here, I don't know, about a week ago. It's one of his well-known images.
Yeah.
I've also got it in needlepoint. And in cross stitch, I've got another of his called Maggie the Messmaker. And it's a kitty cat wrapped around the back side of your sewing machine, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to help. Love that image. I want to get that made up too. But it's a significant size cross stitch, and it's all cross stitched. It's not just fill in. It's counted, so the whole thing is cross stitched. So it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
But I was gonna do that this winter, but then the hand thing happened, and I couldn't hold a needle. So this next winter, hopefully, I will be able to settle down and do a cross stitch. I don't like doing them in the summer because you get to sweating, and when you're working on white cross stitch Aida cloth, you do not want to be sweating.
No.
Because it will stain the canvas. I'm always super picky about super clean, OCD kind of super clean hands when I'm cross stitching.
Yeah.
You know, because when I first started, you know, I didn't realize all of that. You know, you spend freaking hours, days, weeks, months, even years on some of them. Hey, Linda. Last thing you want to do is soil them to where, you know, you can't get the stains out. So yeah, I'm super picky about
Hi, Linda.
that. How you doing, Linda? Huawei says mouse has real mouth with tongue and pink pipe cleaner feet and bendy tail.
Whatever.
What the beat
Don't
are you talking about?
Willow, you need to understand her. She's just getting
What kind of mouse did you make? What is it made of?
exactly.
I've made mice out of felt or fabric for the cats, for cat toys. Hey, why pay $2 when I can use a scrap of fabric and a little bit of polyfill and
Exactly.
cost me like 3 cents?
Uh-oh. Linda's on it.
Huawei, you trying to get sweet Ashley in trouble?
Oh boy.
Ruh-roh.
Linda, get her. Linda, get her. She's been already saying I made a mess when I didn't.
Oh, she made a felted mouse. The felted mouse, I already typed the letters.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. It just says mouse.
Huawei, Linda caught ya. Linda caught ya, Huawei.
Kristen's ordered Chinese food today, and she's apparently vacuuming. And all she has left 15 minutes or so ago, 10, 15 minutes, was the sunroom. So she's probably done by now.
Mm-hmm.
Face red heart shape. Oh, Linda, that's cute.
In other words, I think Linda is saying, love you, but quit getting people in trouble.
Exactly. People don't need to be in trouble when they don't do anything bad.
It's like, love you, but stop it. It's above Pizza Demon. Let me go back here and look down.
Linda, you're
Oh, okay. I am just finishing it up. Well, you know, Huawei, my eyes don't pay attention to every single little comment in the chat. I try to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Pizza Demons kind of stood out, Sounds like Willow's ex Special Forces.
So I missed
No,
that comment. So then all I saw was the mouse.
I'm just ex tough hip chick.
Linda, you're probably surprised to see me up here after my
Willow.
What?
appointment.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you
What,
are.
Stacey? What'd I do?
Huawei, you're stepping into it all over the place. Don't blame us.
Aw. Huawei's having a moment. Why is everybody always picking on me? Because you keep trying to blame us for your kitchen debacle.
Yep.
Just saying. Sorry, not sorry.
Get used to it, Huawei.
Well, Lena, have you seen the kitchen?
Going to get Helen onto you. That sounds weird.
Nobody's gonna get out of that one. It's all your mess, Huawei.
Yeah, what? What? Helen, New England Thrifter.
Is he getting after you? Is she getting after you?
Why? Because her mom's a Brit too?
My question is, who's Helen?
And I said Brit.
So Helen's a Brit?
New England Thrifter.
Oh.
Helen's mom was a Brit.
What?
And Huawei is too.
We didn't make the mess, Huawei. You did.
Yes, Helen is awesome.
Yeah, she
She
I
is. She is, Lena. Very much so. At least from what I've seen of her or known of her.
Huawei's the one threatening to sick her on to me. I don't know why.
Well, you did.
Yeah, people generally don't have very much luck sicking people on me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's my tape coming undone. I had to put 2 more pieces of paper up here. The only Huawei. The only
Oh, now she's gonna sick Miss Josie too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we know what Josie would have to say about that. Mm-hmm. The door swings both ways, honey.
Really? See, now she made me make a mistake.
Huawei, I'm gonna say right now, the only room that's a mess is this room right here. That I am. All my other rooms are clean.
Take care, Linda. She says, out of here for now. Lots of love.
Take care, Linda.
No, she's not, Lena.
All right, Linda. Dang right. Another. She's sweet, but tough.
Josie's a sweetie, but Josie's also an alpha chick.
Yeah.
There's a saying in around here, you know, she'd be happy to plow your field for you, but she's gonna plow with your face.
You see what he says now, Willow? You see what she says now? Don't go, Linda.
Linda ain't no drama mama either. She's like, I'm out of here for now.
Yep.
AKA, let me know when it's over.
No. I thought. Why do I think I could have sworn I saw her on live earlier?
Which Barbara are you talking about, Lena? April's mom, Barbara.
Or my friend Barbara that does epoxy.
Get her.
Yeah, there's a lot of Barbaras. The main one that comes to mind though is April's mom.
Well, there's also Barbara, the one that does epoxies.
La quiera.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen her either.
Barbara knows Barbara when she knows. There's so many Barbaras in here, so.
Yeah, the Barbara I was thinking about I seen her yesterday. But no, I haven't seen that Barbara.
Lena, I talked to her yesterday. She hasn't popped in yet. And I am going to be starting on your rubber bands not tomorrow, but Monday for sure. I gotta go help my neighbor with all this other stuff in my house. Yeah, she's okay. I talked to her yesterday and she's supposed to call me later today.
As far as I know, Lena.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's okay.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, Lena. Do you watch other channels of homesteaders at all?
I'm the one that's looking for right now. But not that bad to be on here.
Yeah, I've got a half a dozen of them that I've been watching lately. I find them calming. You know, slower pace of life kind of thing.
Stacey, you'll probably laugh about it, I tell you. When I got home, I called Barbara to tell her how it went because all my numbness was gone already. And I fell asleep on my couch while I was talking to her.
True that, Lena. Yeah, if my body would have been healthier in my youth, I could have easily went out and been an off-gridder.
Yeah, I did. I fell asleep on the phone while I was talking to Barbara on the accident. She called me back and said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Huh? I don't know if I don't remember talking. I was talking to her or not."
Yeah, when I was young, I always dreamed of having, like a ranch flat on, 20 or 30 acres. And the 20 or 30 acres would wrap around, no close neighbors.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Boondock life.
You gotta fix this piece. I just moved it upwards so I can put it where it goes. And it hurts. No, you don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah, I would totally love boondock life. Lena says she made a lot of magnets out of that lot that Barbara sent her and some keychains.
That's cool.
Cool.
Definitely.
She should be on here. I'm probably not. got me a little worried now too. Now you say,
Yeah, I've been getting a kick out of. They are. There's a couple that have been homesteading for nigh on a decade. The others, no more than a year or two. And I find it fascinating watching them learn as they go, starting from scratch, you know. Some of them are doing, you know, like the shed conversion houses, you know, the little cabins. Some of them haven't even gotten that far, and they're just living in an RV, and haven't been out of their town life, home world,
yeah,
for even a year. Then you've got some of them that are more experienced, have been at it. They're all in Oklahoma that I found that I like so far. I think part of that is because the terrain that they're living on is much like what we have here. Sans the little bit more clay soil. We don't have as much clay here. We have good old black dirt. But yeah, you probably do. Just references there, you're probably having channels popping into your head. But I don't know, the trials and tribulations, critters getting out of, you know, the pens, you know, like goats or chickens, dealing with the no, I haven't heard of that one. I've been watching Arms Family Homestead, Eddie Family Homestead, Walker Farm Fam, Keeping It Dutch. He's newer. I haven't been watching him as long. Adler Farms, Grandpa Adler, and then K&S Get Out. Those three, one is the dad, the other two is his sons, and they each have homesteads, and they're both starting out. There's been some others that I don't even remember the names anymore that I've watched, and I don't know their attitude or their demeanor or even the tone of their voice. You got to remember, I'm tone deaf, so certain tones I don't hear, and if I can't make out what they're saying because they fall in that dead zone where too many of their syllables fall off, and I can't make out what they're saying, it's kind of pointless to try to watch them because it's just going to frustrate me. Been a couple of those. Okay, let me find Papa Pepper. I will check that out. You know, occasionally others pop up. I might even have a couple that I've subscribed to go back and check later that I just haven't gotten there yet. I don't even remember at this point. But I've just been getting a kick out of watching them. You know, they start with basically nothing except a piece of land that is seriously overgrown and has all kinds of livestock, the wild boars and the coyotes and the raccoons and the snakes and, you know, because especially the area where like Arms family is, they are in heavy copperhead country. I don't know if you've watched them lately, but they bought another property. Yeah, I tried watching Jason Crocker. He just wasn't my jam. Guess I like him a little more mature. He's not. It's just not. Yeah, when you repeatedly feel like you want to clock him over the head with an Arms Family coffee cup, yeah, it's just, I'm looking for relaxing and entertaining and educational, not annoying, and they just grate on my nerves. And some people do, some don't. Yeah, I noticed a shift in him. I only watched like 4 of his videos, and 2 of them were like early on, super humble, and then I just randomly picked a couple others, and I was like, what the, and yeah, I was done. Yeah, he got too big for his britches, and barely even was like staying over on the property, gotten far enough to be able to do that, even with a freaking RV. Yeah, he just definitely a young soul, and just not my cup of. Simple as that. That's the thing. You can watch 100 channels, and ultimately, like, maybe if you're lucky, 10 of them will stick. It is what it is. It's just, there are tens, if not hundreds of thousands of channels on YouTube.
Yep.
You're not gonna like them all. They're not all gonna suit you. That's the way it is. In the resale community, they're like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you blah, 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 all that. And, come back for this or whatever. And if they don't suit me, I don't go back. Or if they just flat out piss me off, I don't go back. It is what it is. You can't be to all of them. You can't try to be to all of them. You run yourself ragged just trying to accommodate. I'm not that person. Plus, being a moderator to the level that I have been, you learn a lot of behind the scenes, and some of that don't suit me either, so I don't go back. You can't keep up. Are you leaving, Kim?
I will see y'all later if you hear me.
Okay, dear.
All right, Kim. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, exactly, Lena. People change. They rise above their humble beginnings, but not all of them in a good way. And yeah, I don't do that. I don't. Keep it humble. Remember your roots. Because yeah, you start getting attitude, and I'm gone. I don't deal with it. I don't do that. It creates drama, just unto itself. I'm not interested. Okay, Kim. Make sure you get your rest and heal proper. She's heading to the store. She's got to get some soft foods and what have you. Been there, done that more times than I care to count. I never had a root canal, but nor would I get one. I don't have enough roots at this point to even do a canal. I have 14 teeth left, and I'm doing everything I can to hang on to them. and none of them are chewers. I eat like a rabbit because they're all frontal teeth.
Alright.
I think I have one. What are they? Bicuspids. You know, they're a little bit larger from the front flat ones, but they're not the big chewers. Bicuspids. I think I have one of those, but there's nothing on top to match, so it doesn't help. Lena says, Stacey Mae, you're using the same colors I am in crafting today, the black and the white check. Buffalo plaid. Also known as jumbo gingham. Before the whole buffalo plaid
So you nibble, don't bite.
thing happened. Alrighty, Lena. She says she'll be back.
Oh, cool. Alright. In a little bit.
Probably got something she got to do or something.
Yeah.
I'm actually staying up longer. I haven't been to bed. Staying up longer because I have an appointment on Tuesday. So I'm getting my hours shifted over the next few days here to be able to be up for the appointment and, you know, not be nodding off waiting in the waiting room. You know? I don't like driving when I'm that
You gotta
tired.
eat something or water something or...
Well, I know that in July it'll be 9 years since my mom passed. So just a little less than that. Well, no, that'd be about right for when we moved here because mom passed away in April. And we moved into this place over 4th of July weekend. We bought it last day of May, but we didn't move in until first week of July. So that I had time to pack over there and do work over here because I did all repairs that needed to be done that were critical, you know, like if there was a hole in the floor or replacing the door because the bottom 18 inches of it was gone and there was no screen door. You know, there was enough of the door gone that a human could have crawled into the house. There was no way, you know, you could lock the door all you wanted, but they could still crawl under it. It was just weird. Weren't sleeping here till it was far more secure. Plus I scrubbed it top to bottom. But when I was taking care of mom, and even more so when I took care of dad, you know, a couple of decades before that, I could go days on minimal sleep. And that minimal sleep oftentimes being a 15-minute nap here, 10-minute nap there, even leaning against a wall in a hospital.
It's supposed to be like a pet door, basically.
Huh?
Maybe it had a flap on it or something sometime.
Oh, no, there wasn't no flap on that. It was just rotted off because no screen door. And the door just literally rotted off the bottom from all the rain hitting it and stuff. And not, you know, they just didn't take care of the place. But it's got a screen door now because I put a screen door unit in, you know, a new one. And the screen door on the east door was under the front door deck. It had been ripped off in the wind and I hammered that all smooth, and then I took a steel strip that was about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch thick, solid steel, and sandwiched that on there, and hung the door back up, reapplied the hinges and what have you. It's not perfect, but it works. Till we can get to the place where we can afford to replace on that end. But the door's fine. It's still solid. But yeah, the screen door could do with a renewal, but just haven't gotten there. The one that's on there works. I can lock it, I can latch it. It's solid, it's just not perfect. But I mean, the glass is not broke or anything like that, Screen's intact. It just looks a little rough because, it got blown off its hinges and probably flew, a few feet in the yard and landed, but still solid. They just didn't know how to fix it. They didn't know how to reinstall a screen door that the bolts or nails or screws, I think it was screws, yeah, literally were ripped out of the aluminum. They didn't know how to fix that. But yeah, I put that piece of strip steel, I pop riveted it on there and then put the hinges back on. Because it ripped the aluminum. It didn't rip the door, the wood on, the door frame. Okay, Kristen. She says, I'm here. I was just diamond painting. You were in your bubble. There's nothing wrong with being in your creative bubble in a craft hangout. That's kind of the purpose. My hands just got too tired, so I put mine up. That's why I'm just sitting here yakking. Starting to wind down, though. I've hit my mark, which was 11 o'clock my time, of staying up. So I probably won't be up too much longer. Because I definitely need sleep. But no, I used to be able to stay up days and just take little power naps here and there and be absolutely focused when doctors come up and start hammering at you with stuff or whatever, data or information or medical results, or trying to ream you because they think it's your fault that they're sick. Totally unfounded, but doctors do it anyways. They can't attack the patient, so they attack the patient's family. Seen it time and again and been there. That doctor, was about the size of an ant when I got done with him, but hey, he was dumb enough to go there. But, I struggled. I can't do that like I used to. Stay up like that as well. So, and where my hours are flip-flopped right now. Because normally I've been going to bed about 7. And I wake up anywhere between 12 and about 3. But I just needed to extend it a little more because I think the latest I've been being up is like 9 in the morning. But I needed to extend it because my appointment's at 11:30, 11:45. Plus the roughly an hour visit, probably, maybe less. They slot you for 15 minutes, but you you get a windy doctor, then, you know, you're never out of there that soon. And they're usually even late getting you back into an exam room because they've been windy with everybody before you, you know. By the end of the day, you could be sitting out there for 2 hours or better before they get you back. He's one of those. He's my pulmonologist. Pulmonologist I'm going to go see without tests because one, he forgot to order, and the other, the machine died. It went to the medical machine junkyard in heaven. And,
yeah, I hate that when I know it's just like, look at, yeah, I know, I hate it because you go to doctors like that, and it's like, you know, your situation, they know you already, especially, and they know you're quick. Okay, there's the blood work or whatever, all right, no adjustment or slight adjustment, prescribed, thank you.
yeah, this isn't even that.
You gotta wait around for.
Yeah. Now, this is just my 6-month visit. And he usually orders a CT. Yeah, he kind of forgot to order it. And I requested with my GenPrac, but the information would be going to him as well for a PFT, which is a pulmonary function test, because I haven't had one for a few years and seemed prudent to go there. But yeah, I literally walked into the hospital to get it done. And they called me on my cell phone to let me know that the machine wouldn't boot up and we needed to reschedule. So we rescheduled for a week later, and they called me the day before that appointment and said, yeah, it ain't waking up. It's done. And so we're gonna have to postpone the appointment indefinitely till a new machine can be brought in. Well, the current state of things, we all know that it could be months waiting for a machine, a car, anything like that. So who knows? They're supposed to let me know when they get it in. But I have contact in scheduling that I can check in with and see if they've gotten one or not, because if it's more than a month or so, yeah, they'll never call you. They'll never let you know because they won't remember to. So, anyways, none of it is, you know, critical or anything like that. It's just maintenance stuff. But the CT is to check my lungs. He usually orders a CT without contrast, but annually, I'm supposed to get a CT with contrast, so they can check several things that I've got going on in the trunk of my body. And my GenPrac decided, oh, well, I don't see why we need to do that anymore. So I explained to him why we've been doing it, that there is reason, several reasons. Well, we'll talk about it at your next appointment, which is, you know, not for about 3 or 4 months, so. And I'm also supposed to, via request from my eye specialist number 2, which is the one for the back of my eye. I have 2 specialists, one for the front of my eye, one for the back of my eye. He wants me to request a bronchoscopy from my pulmonologist, have him order it. I talked to my GenPrac about it. Well, They sent it there, so see if he'll do it. If he won't, then I'll order it. AK, just more delays. It's like, just order it. It's not complicated. You click a few buttons on a computer and poof, it's done. But, yeah. Mind you, I've been trying to get that done for about a year now. And all the doctors keep passing the buck. So, hey, John. But, yeah, if the pulmonologist doesn't order it, then I'll be contacting the doctor, not waiting for the appointment, and saying, okay, been there, done that. You said you'd order it if he didn't, so order it. This has been ongoing for a while. So, how about just let's get on with it. It's not something I'm excited to have done. I mean, I've already had a camera ran down, like, through my nose. But they want to go deeper.
John.
They want to go deeper, and they want to sedate me and go into my lungs. The other camera that they did, I don't even think it went past my tonsils. And I've been sedated and they went into my stomach, but they want to go into my lungs. They're trying to determine whether or not I have sarcoid, something or another's going on in there. I mean, I know I got nodes. I got a bunch of nodes. But I guess they want to find out if it's sarcoid, so they're probably wanting a biopsy.
Right.
Which they've been waiting for one of them to get big enough to biopsy, and I have, as of last year, I have one that's big enough to biopsy. So this year I probably got 2 or 3. Because the pulmonologist suspects that it's probably pre-cancer. And yeah, now my eye guy wants to find out if there's sarcoid, whatever's going on. So anyways, they'll do it and we'll find out. But somehow that's tied to the eye and the attack that's been going on with my eye. That is suspected as autoimmune, but they want to rule out the whole sarcoid thing because I guess that can affect constriction in the eye. So, I don't know. Somehow it's tied together. It's just figuring out what's what. It is whatever it is. Well, whatever it is super slow growing. I mean, it took like 5 years for one of the nodes to even get big enough to biopsy. So.
Yeah, well, let's just get the answer so we can deal with whatever it is. Yeah. Point.
There's nothing they can do for sarcoid. It's autoimmune related. If it's cancer, I can tell you now, I will opt out of any chemo. I'm not going there. With my skin and my health where it is, getting through something like that is just not an option. And that was discussed and determined with my doctors years ago. That if something like that ever came up, depending on where it was, but pretty much good 95% of the options, whatever, wherever, that how my body would react to something like that would be
Yeah.
detrimental, and I'm better off just to leave it alone. And yeah, I agree. 100%. I mean, we already know it's slow growing anyways, so why would I go there? I mean, my lungs aren't very good anyways. Do I want to just add to my misery? You know, it's a quality of life thing. And I'm more about quality than I am quantity. And I've been that way a long
Well,
time. So,
especially slow growing thing, and it's, it's
Uh-huh.
important in life, but if it doesn't, you know what I'm saying. Overall, better quality of life not doing it than doing it.
yeah. Kristen's done with her vacuuming. Yay. You can check that one off your to-do list. Mission accomplished.
Sorry, I keep turning away from this mic.
You must be turning away from your mic, because, yeah, I can barely hear you, girl. And I've got my volume up 60%.
Oh, goodness.
See, I can hear you there.
Well, yeah, because I'm right on top of it now.
Of course. So you're doing a word search. For whatever reason, the word coconut looked weird. Didn't look right. You know how that is? It'll be in a funky font or something like that, or, you know, like this is vertical instead of horizontal, and it just looked weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably just my analytical mind going to, you know, examine why the mind would do that. I don't know. I have a weird brain. It squirrels off on things like that all the time. Where did you go? Oh, there you go. Butterscotch. This word search is sweet pancake toppings. Okay. Why would you put gingerbread on a pancake? It's not a gingerbread pancake, it's toppings. So it would be gingerbread on a pancake. What are you going to do? Grind it up, sprinkle it on? I don't know.
I guess so. Yeah.
No. I'm pretty simple when it comes to pancakes. I hate maple. I cannot eat maple. Even the smell of maple makes me nauseated. Growing up,
Wow.
if I wanted syrup
Well,
on pancake,
I don't like the faux maple junk. I have to have the real maple.
it don't matter. Just the smell. Fake, real, it don't matter. Yeah. Ugh. Me and it don't get along. But I don't like fruit stuff on my pancakes either. You know, like these fruit syrups that they've come up with to put on pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Not real keen on that.
So are you just a butter girl?
When I was a kid growing up, I would butter them, and then I'd put a bit of Karo syrup on them. I preferred the dark over the light for that, and only that, until I learned how to bake. But, grew up. But I'm diabetic now, so I don't do Karo, and I don't even butter them. I just slap peanut butter on them.
Peanut butter works.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that I have on a pancake, unless I just like butter it, fold it over, and turn it on.
Well, yeah. I mean, all right, folks, gotta imagine now. Okay. You're doing it when they're nice and hot, so that peanut butter just melts. Oh, a little bit of thing.
I can't stand melted peanut butter. I wait until they cool and then I peanut butter them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd want it the other way.
I'm weird. Yeah.
No, you're you. It's okay.
A lot
We
of
were all the
people-
same. It'd be boring as hell.
Oh, I get it. A lot of people really love that whole melty peanut butter thing. Not too many of them purposely cool their pancakes to put peanut butter on because they don't like runny peanut butter. Toast. Peanut butter on a slice of toast. I cannot stand melty peanut butter. It's got to cool down. That peanut butter better be able to stand up or I ain't eating it. I don't. And I think part of that was when I was pregnant. I had one pregnancy. It wasn't viable. They were stillborn twins. Long time ago. I was 17. But while I was pregnant, my husband, he would make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He lived on them damn things. I like one on rare occasion, but it's a mood thing. And it's usually a grab and go, like I'm throwing a sandwich in my handbag because I gotta go and I'm gonna need something to eat later because I'm doing a fasting lab or something. And it's, stable. It's not gonna go bad, But he would leave great glops of peanut butter on the butter knife and chunk it into the dishwater in the sink. And I would pull out a wet peanut butter knife.
Yeah.
Let's just say there wasn't any more dishes being done in that water. Because, whatever was in my guts ended up in the sink. Just immediate, just right there. And ever since then, no wet peanut butter. Wet peanut butter to this day. And I think that melty peanut butter thing, kind of hits on the fringes of that. Yeah. How sometimes the peanut oil and peanut butter.
Sounds good, Kristen.
Will separate and it'll pool in the little canals and things, or whatever's in peanut butter jar. Can't stand that either. It either gets stirred in or just dumped right out of the jar. I will just pour it out. Sit there and let that puppy drip to get rid of it all. Of course, that generally means peanut butter that's like concrete. So I try not to do that and stir it in. But yeah, I can't look when I'm stirring it. It's just it's weird. It's a foodie weird thing. But yeah, I eat peanut butter on my pancakes. And yeah, if Sis is eating pancakes and she's pouring syrup on them, I leave the room. Because the smell just, ugh. Not my thing.
Well, it's just like me and watermelon and me are like that. Just even a whiff of that, even watermelon candy, anything watermelon. Forget it.
I'm that way with the smell of cucumber. If it's food. But I can tolerate the smell of cucumber in like face wash. I don't know. Hey, Barbara. Welcome back, Huawei.
Oh, hi, Huawei. Oh, Lena was looking for you. I think she stepped away.
Yeah.
She may be
She'll
back.
She'll be back. How you doing, Barbara? Yeah, I just haven't been on a whole lot. I'll pop in here or pop in there, but yeah, I don't do the bouncing, you know, live to live to live to live to live, because I just, you know, my back is a lot better now that I've had the ablation and had a few weeks to heal, and I'm still light duty, but I am back to
What in
busy.
the world did I do?
I've been doing some cooking and, you know, working on lighter stuff on the house, and then I'm easing my way up to the bigger stuff. And Barbara says, I fell this morning, hurting bad, waiting for Wolf to get home. I sprung an ankle and got a long scratch on my back, but I'm okay. Ow.
Girl, keep saying we gotta get those rubber mats and put them all over her house.
No, just get those blow up things that they bounce off. People bounce off of each other out in the
No,
yard.
she'll be hitting the ceiling.
They blow that donut thing up. Put her in one of those. Or I guess it's like a ball, but like the center's hollowed out, and that's where you go. You know? And then it's just like a big balloon ball all the way around you. People put those things on, and, you know, half a dozen of them out in the backyard, all bouncing off of each other like bumper people instead of bumper cars. Got to find out if it is the nerve or Parkinson.
Yeah,
Could be sinus surgery. Sinus surgery can cause vertigo, because I never had vertigo until I had that maxillosinus surgery that I had. That started vertigo. So that is a possibility. Says I have Meniere's or Meniere's disease.
Oh, I think there's a D somewhere in that, I think. Don't quote me.
It's not one that I'm familiar with. Meniere's? Yeah, I don't know, hon. Whatever it is, it's definitely messing with you. Hopefully they can get you stabilized and in a better place with it. Well, I just found the word mold in my sweet pancake topping word search. I don't think that's probably a word that they're looking for.
You never know. Hey, weird things, you know? You never know.
Barbara says really bad vertigo that it feels spinning just to turn the head, no cure. Yeah, I have bouts of vertigo. Some better than
That
others.
almost sounds like beyond vertigo.
Yeah.
like some sort of occlusion of oxygenated blood somewhere, making her
Yeah,
pass out.
something constricted.
And if she turns the right way or right angle or whatever, it pinches something or shifts something to pinch something.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a condition that cats can get, and bunnies can get it too. Their head cocks and to one side or the other, and they can't put it back, and it causes major vertigo. Whatever is going on in there that causes the head to tilt. Oftentimes not curable, but it's usually tied to some type of infection. I think with bunnies, it's often inner ear, but sometimes it can be that with cats. But there's also something else that happens, like in the back of their neck. It's like fluid or something in something that causes a nerve to constrict, which causes the head tilt. Something, and it's tied up into the brain or something. But that's animals, not people. But that's the only or the closest reference that I can make to what you're talking about. I'm almost afraid to ask, but I'll go there. What is the difference between a cat and a comma, Huawei? Meniere's disease.
That's it.
That makes sense. So yeah, it's an inner ear thing with fluid buildup in people too. Hearing loss, tinnitus. Interesting. Because I have stuff with my ears. I know that, like I said earlier, both of the valves in both ears are sealed shut. They failed. And they sealed shut. So my ears don't drain. And I get fluid buildup back there. And yeah, it aggravates the vertigo. Always says one has claws at the end of its paws and the other is a pause at the end of a clause. Interesting.
Well, she said that the other day, and I said it's got to have something to do with pausing or pause.
Yeah, I've been up too long. I can't think that hard.
Okay, well, I'm going to step away for a few moments.
Okay, dear.
I shall return shortly.
When you get back, I'll probably head out because the first yawn just began.
Oh, okay.
When the yawns with the eye waters start, yeah, time to like be moving because otherwise I'll conk out on the sofa. Ooh, chocolate topping for them pancakes. I've had the chocolate chip pancakes once. I don't know. My mind goes savory with a pancake. aka the peanut butter. I've been known to sprinkle bacon on a pancake, or have bacon on the side. But yeah, chocolate doesn't mesh any more than fruit toppings on a pancake in my eyes. I tend to like my food boring, just simple. You know, all the fancy dips and ganache and I don't know, all these things, renderings and all these things they do with food. You know, aside from like the classic ones, I'm just not interested. I like simple, palated food. I don't like complex flavors. They aggravate me. What do you call it when the treats have all gone? Bummer? I don't know. Tinnitus and tendonitis. Oh, bummer, Kristen. Yeah, tinnitus is ringing of the ears. Tendonitis is basically an arthritic type situation. No, not really, Barbara. I'm in pretty good shape, seafood wise. Aside from some delicas that I need, but I just haven't been able to order them. In due time. In part because I was waiting for them to get restocked because nobody had delicas in the US for over a year. But oh, excuse me. Yeah, there are certain sounds, Kristen. I have some tone deafness, and then I also have a degree of deafness. But it's caused by, you know, the peripheral hearing stuff, like behind your ear, you know, vibrations against the skull kind of thing. Just behind my ear, in the base of the skull, wrapping around to the back of the skull, probably 1.5 to 2 inches of the base of the skull. I have a thickening of the skull bone. It is a layer, basically, of bone spur. And that is what causes my deafness. Tone deafness has developed throughout life because I used to be pitch perfect soprano, first soprano singer. And now, even if my lungs weren't a mess, I wouldn't be able to do that. I can't. I'm not pitch perfect anymore. But yeah, I've got, you know, weird stuff with the ears, but there are certain tones that no matter how loud it is, I cannot hear it. And it can just be slight syllable in speech. And then there are other tones that just scream into my ears and like hit the middle of my brain and make me wince. It's strange. There was one day that Stacey's background music was setting off a migraine, triggering a migraine. Okay, Stacey. Not sure what a BAHA is. But no, you can literally feel on my skull where it tapers back, and then all of a sudden there's a rise, like a little ridge. And it's I don't know, it's like a bump on that lower base of the skull thing, starting from behind my ear and then wrapping around. Doesn't go clear to the spine. Maybe halfway from the back of your head to the center of the cervical spine. Yeah, it's only about halfway going there, but it's just this ridge and it's in the hearing zone. If the BAHA is something that, like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. That's considered implant, and I can have no foreign matter put in my body because the autoimmune will attack it. It would come out looking like a flesh-eating disease where it would attack that area. I can't wear hearing aids. I was fitted for hearing aids in late 20s, early 30s. And they had to go back. I couldn't wear them because the insides of my ears would ulcerate severely. I had major wound care after attempting to wear hearing aids. And the hearing aids were perfectly fitted. They allowed space. They weren't tight. They weren't causing friction or constriction, anything. They were carefully refitted. Microscopic, send them back and have them take just this off type fitting. And I just literally couldn't wear them. I wouldn't be able to wear dentures. That's why the few teeth I've got, even though I eat like a rabbit, I'm hanging on to because I won't be able to wear dentures. Esme, no. You better book it, girl. Sis is feeding the kitties. Everybody has their own bowl. No sneaking out of another's bowl. But Esme the alpha decided to think she was special and tried. Didn't go well. But that was what that little discussion was. I held a water bottle up and was going to spritz her if she didn't back off, and she backed off because she knows better. Because she knows that I will just keep shooting until she gets down. She apparently doesn't feel like being a wet cat today. She is very, very hard-headed. She pushes to the absolute limit. And she sometimes forgets that I don't move. She can push all she wants. I don't move. That makes sense. Barbara, when they do maxillosinus surgery, you have 2 valves in each ear. Both of mine, on both sides, over a little over a year after the surgery, failed. So all 4 valves failed. They didn't bother to let me know that was a possibility pre-surgery. So, but if you had maxillosinus surgery, aka the sinus ablation, because it's all tied together, all the drainage and all of that, then you have a possibility of that as well. Doesn't happen with everybody, but sometimes it's just like 1 valve. You know, for me, just all 4 just sealed shut. Yeah, they gradually seal shut and you don't drain anymore. So you have to take other steps to keep your ears cleaned and not let wax build up real bad and cause bacterial infection. How long ago was it you had the surgery? Welcome back, Stace.
Yep, you can hear me, right? I'm assuming.
Yep, loud and clear.
Right.
The house is moving, so this must be running wash. Spin cycle. Means you don't need to put a quarter in any of the furniture, because, yeah, it's just going to vibrate. And I have it all perfectly leveled and blah, blah, blah. And it don't matter. It's a trailer. Spin cycle means, you know, kind of a carnival ride. Oh, you had to do it twice. Wow. They did all of it in one go for me. And mine was in 2016, I believe. 16 or 17. I think it was 16, though. And within 6 months, the right side failed. And within a year of the surgery, or maybe just a hair over, the left side failed. Yeah, they'll look in there and they basically seal shut, and adhesions seal them. Scar tissue, basically. Something about them being like traumatized, even though nothing was done to them, they're traumatized by the sinuses being done. And you know how some animals, like bunnies, they shock and drop? Squirrels will do the same thing. They just shock and drop and die. That's kind of what the ear valves do when the sinuses have surgery. They just kind of shock and drop and just slap shut and don't work no more. Left side of my sinuses weren't as bad as the right. The right was really bad. Plus they had to trim away some cartilage. My nose was probably funky or got funky from, birth, squeezing out, happens to a lot of people. I can't think of the term, but it was just poking out just enough. And I have small passageways anyways, so they felt it prudent to go ahead and trim that while they were in there. So they just trimmed some off the back end. and it just opened things up so I get better air. My windpipe, my throat, and my sinus passages are all undersized. They're not small side, on the small side of an adult size. They're literally juvenile size. Yeah, I'd have to look all that up. I've been up. I'm up way past my normal sleep time, and I don't have the brain to process that right now. Let alone even attempt to pronounce it. Not going there. They just did an ablation on my sinuses. They went in with a little balloon and blew them open because I was getting chronic sinus infections and migraines. So I was migraine free for a few years, and then autoimmune or sarcoid or whatever is going on with the back of my eye, causing eye vision loss, and vessel constriction. Is I now get migraines in that eye and that quarter of my head. So basically from the eye, along the temple, and up center of the crown, that quadrant. Because I'm past my quote-unquote bedtime, I have one in that eye right now. Well, this hit can't either right now, so I hear you. Oftentimes I will take medical words like that and put them in for vocalization on the computer. Or if I'm curious about pronunciation of, any word, I do that. Which usually scares the cats because I have to turn it way up so I can hear it. Oh, she fell out. Yeah, copy paste. Wonderful invention that is. So does autocorrect when it's not you, and people pop stuff in the chat that comes out wrong, and it's a total belly laugh, Yeah, Toma instead of tome. I figured. I didn't think it was a tomb. But yeah, that's all the pronunciation you can get out of that. My brain's trying to do it anyways. But yeah, I have to use drops, and I have tubes in my tear ducts because my tear duct function also failed. And I also have severe chronic dry mouth. Used to be just dry mouth, but then after the sinus surgery, it became severe chronic dry mouth. So I have pills that I have to take to make my body produce spit. Otherwise, I'm spitless. Parasitoma. Okay. Yeah, you just separate the syllables. Oh yeah, I can be talking and my top lip will curl up and get stuck to my teeth, and it won't give it up. I literally have to reach up there and peel it off. or the tongue gets so dry that it starts feeling like, it's 10 times the size that it actually is. You feel like you've been eating that Harry Potter tongue taffy. But yeah, I have to take oral gland fluid producing pills, and then I also have drops for the eyes as well, and then tubes in the tear ducts. Oh yeah, I ain't doing that. I just take a pill, and 5 minutes later I'm drooling. I have to do that 3 times a day. Yeah, they asked me about the whole dip swab thing, and I was like, give me a pill. No, that sucks. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that anyways, because that type of friction against my skin and my mouth, it would cause ulcers. Ew. There's a product that you could buy at Walmart or any store that has HBA products called Biotine. It's gentle mint. It can help. Canker sore is basically an ulcer. It's just an actual canker sore is a viral ulcer. Whereas, what you're doing is just a friction. Skin irritation ulcer, like a blister. Yeah, I can relate. Welcome back, Stace.
I don't know what in the world. This is truly just boggling my brain.
I don't know. Barbara's asking you what you're doing.
Oh, just punching out some shapes.
She's just playing. She's doing basically die cut stash building. I think I'm gonna head out. I'm starting to wind down.
Okay.
Starting to flag. Even looking at the word search is too much for my brain to handle right now.
No, thanks for hanging out.
Well, thanks for having me. I try to get in here when I can, when I'm up to it, when I'm in a good mindset for it,
Mm-hmm. I know.
Barbara says I tried that competition with the letters of your name for a book. I stopped when I got to the 6th A. Too much for me. Okay.
Surprised you made it to the 6th day.
I've only got 6 letters in my first name and 4 in my last, so not a lot of work there. Well, you all take care. I will get back when I can.
Okay.
Hopefully sooner than later. Thankfully, my pain levels are in a better place.
Good.
Warm weather and fresh spine ablation. It's a good thing.
Oh yeah, we haven't really talked that much. Just one quick question before you go. So the one side was enough? You were good with the other side?
Best I can tell, yeah. Just
Cool.
needed a do-over on the right, but the left's still good for a while. Won't go fully until I hit the 6-week mark, which is, a little later this month, 2nd, 3rd week of the month. Yeah, 3rd week of the month. But so far so good. Bit of an increased pain level in the lower back. But doing ablation there, I have concerns with all of the Tarlov cyst clusters that I have, of them going in there and probing around, because if they pop one, I'm a quadriplegic. So no thank you. For those of you that don't know, Tarlov cysts, they develop on the spinal cord, and they are full of spinal fluid. And if you have any medical procedures, or you have a trauma, or like a car wreck, or a fall that pops them, then your spinal fluid drains out. So you got to be careful. They're not going in there with probes and ablation needles and gamma rays or needles, anything. They're going to stay away from that area, because that little x-ray looking visual live machine that they use when they do the ablations is not going to show those. So can't see them, then you don't know whether or not you're hitting them. Am I taking that risk? No.
No.
Nope. I'm not going to get on that bed that I have to lay on for half an hour and not move an inch. Only to get up and, end up a puddle of blubber on the floor. No, thank you. Dang, girl, that's a long name. Well, I gotta go. I gotta quit yakking. Take care, y'all. I'll see you when I see you.
Yep. All right, folks. The issues are driving me cuckoo here. I think I'm just gonna have to. Don't be blaming Lena. Unless maybe now that I'm the only one here, maybe without anybody else on here, I can hang. Oh, you know what? Let me see what happens. Well, I made 4 people to death doing this. Everybody's on to you, Huawei. Oh. You're just figuring that out, Huawei? Well, welcome to reality. You don't own the cat. It owns you. Mm-hmm. Probably. Don't know yet. Hmm. Yay! Progress. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone who came in. I want to thank everyone who hung out. I want to thank those of you who will watch us in the future. Please like, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, please enjoy the rest of your day.